Hello and welcome to PA Academy. In this video, we are going to be covering permutation and combination. So under permutation and combination, we are going to be looking at the introduction, which is understanding the concept of permutation and combination. That is the difference between permutation and combination. Then we pick each of them, and then we are going to be looking at it in depth. So under permutation, we are going to be looking at an identical object, arrangement with repetition, without repetition. Then in combination also, we are going to be looking at combination with condition, and then combination without condition. We're also going to be looking at factorial. So these are some of the things we are going to be looking at in the course of this video series, and we're also going to be doing different examples in order to explain properly permutation and combination. So if you are new to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button to subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any of our videos. Okay, so now when we talk about permutation and combination, right here I say permutation. Under permutation, I said this is the arrangement of objects in which the order matters. So that's straightforward. I said the arrangement of objects whereby the order what matters. We are still going to look at examples on that. Meanwhile, for combination, I said this is the selection or choosing of objects in which the order does not matter. So let's look at this example for instance. Now under permutation, pay attention to this. Said this is arrangement and what the order does not matter. Why this one? This is the selection or choosing, and if for it under combination I say what the order does not matter. So the parts I underlined in blue are the major things that differentiate permutation from combination. So for example, under permutation, if we have A, B, C, D, and then if we have B, D, A, C, we say that what? Look at it, arrangement of objects in which the order what matters. Now under permutation, this alphabet A, B, C, D and B, D, A, C, they are not what? They are not the same thing. They are not the same thing because the way it is arranged is what is different. This one is A, B, C, D, white one is B, D, A, C. So the arrangement is not the same thing. So that's for permutation. But if we should have the same thing under combination, where we have A, B, C, D and B, D, A, C. Now these two are same because what you can see that A, B, C, D, this is also A, B, C, D, but the order in which these two are written is different. But look at its combination, say order does not matter. So that is another difference between permutation and combination. So I hope this is clear. Then if you look at permutation deals with arrangement. This is it. This is the key word here, arrangement. Meanwhile, combination deals with selection or choosing. They both mean the same thing, selection or choosing. So this is one of the things that will make it to when you see a question, you'll be able to know if it is permutation or combination, because most questions under permutation they use the word arrange or arrangement. So that's to tell you that what you are permutating, it involves permutation. But once you see a question that is telling you selection or choosing, using this keyword choosing or selection, then that question is very most likely under combination. So that's another thing to pay attention to. So the next thing that I want to talk about is factorial. So I want to rub this off. Factorial, when we are dealing with permutation and combination, so factorial is also one important thing you need to know, because you are going to be applying it in all the calculations that we are going to be doing under permutation and combination. So when we talk about factorial, so this is the symbol for factorial, like exclamation mark. So factorial, that is multiplying a series of descending numbers. Now, what do we mean by multiplying a series of descending number? For example, if you should have 5 factorial. This is how it is pronounced. Once you have a number and you have this the symbol of factorial, that we call the number factorial. This is 5 factorial. What it means is that 5 factorial, this is what it means. So from the definition, multiplying a series of descending number. That will be, so for 5 factorial, that is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So you stop at 1, not 0, at 1. So by the time you multiply 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 and then times 1, that is equals to 120. So that's the value for 5 factorial, 120. So if you are using a scientific calculator, a lot of them used to have the symbol factorial. Also, if you also have 3 factorial, that means 3 times 2 times 1, and that will give us 6. And so under factorial, it's also important to note that if you have 0 factorial, so that is 1. So it is a standard. Once you have 0 factorial, it is 1. So that's what we mean when we talk about factorial. It can be any number. You can have apart from 5, you can also have any number. It can be 10 factorial, it can be 20 factorial, 17 factorial, 50 factorial, depending on what you are calculating or what you are working with. So that's it for this for the part 1 of this video. So in the next part of this video, we are going to be looking at permutation. So we are going to go fully into permutation. If you are yet to subscribe to PA Academy, kindly click on the subscribe button. If you have any question with this video, kindly leave them in the comment section below, and I'll give answers to them. So if you like this video, kindly give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the part 2 of this video. Thank you.